believe it's a girl's parka? Normally we make the kids sing "I'm a Little Teapot."
I know.
Alright. The first person we're going to talk about is it's his second year on the team. Would have played all 4 seasons, but he moved here from Nevada. Evan Alderman. In a very short period of time, Evan's gone from not ever playing the sport to being a contributor on our varsity team. What he's done in that 2 years has been very impressive. I can't say enough about his work ethic. I know from the moment he got here, he was a little bit unsure of himself, and he was in a new environment and everything. And the kid's grown on, and he's attached himself to this team. I know the rest of the guys like him. I enjoy coaching him. I know the other coaches do too.
I love him.
And it's just fun to coach. So, what college does he plan on attending? He plans on attending Miami University of Ohio and major in marketing. His favorite water polo team memory is sitting in front of the goal with the ball against Wheeling and waiting for 15 seconds and then shooting with 3 seconds.
When the guy was saying,
It worked.
Wheelie didn't quit, they were yelling at him to shoot.
No, they're saying, don't shoot, don't shoot.
Yeah, he's the memories.
What advice would you give next year's team? Don't let off the gas pedal. Be yourself and try to improve your abilities, but don't change who you are. Stay true to yourself. His goal in life is to get a college degree, have a lot of fun in college, get a stable job, become hired as an NFL analyst, and die peacefully. Stephen Rodney. Another gentleman that's been with us for 2 years. Actually, I believe it was your freshman or sophomore year he came up for swimming.
Sophomore.
His sophomore year he came up for swimming. And I said, wow, you're going to drown. You should probably try diving. I'm not kidding. I legitimately said that to him. And he did. And then he quit because of the coach. Fortunately for me, he ended up coming out for water polo last year, and he dedicated himself, and he ended up rejoining the swim team this year and decided to swim. And the kid's hilarious. He's a pleasure to coach. And if you hear them all yell Steven Time, it's because he's addicted to Twitter and he hashtags Steven Time everything. I don't know what hashtag is, but everything's hashtag Steven Time. So Steven plans on attending the Indiana University of Bloomington, majoring in history and political science. His favorite water polo memory is going insane in the bulkhead, hearing my name called at the state tournament, and making great friends. His advice to next year's team would be to train hard, be respectful, don't be cocky, don't be annoying. Win and watch your language. Don't get thrown out for yelling F you after you block the shot. His goal in life is to become president, make a lot of money, have a nice family, and enjoy life.
Have my vote. All vote for you.
Downtown Casey Brown. Baddest man in the whole damn town. There you go. All right. I've actually known him for 4 because he played club in the fall his freshman year, but then he didn't come out. But either way, I've always enjoyed coaching Casey. He's a funny kid. One of the best experiences I had was taking him out to California last summer. I never knew how outgoing and funny he was because he decided to talk. But the kid's got a great personality, he's fun-loving, and he's hardworking, and he's finally finding himself in the pool. He will go to Iowa State University next year and major. He will be a software engineering major. His favorite water polo memory is his bus rides with the freshmen, Kopecky, Tomasetti, and Reslow. I can attest, those are 3 of the funniest kids I've ever met. You're just dirty. I can barely believe. I can barely believe what these freshmen say and do. And I'll second that. Both good and bad. What advice would you give next year's team? You guys have already got some great players, so work hard during the off season and you'll be unstoppable. But you have to work together, and that's his main goal. And his goal in life: get a bachelor's degree, probably get a master's degree at some point, get a job I enjoy, and have a stable family.
That's sweet.
Casey. Ryan Leonard. All right. All right, this was Ryan's first year coming out for the team, and he did it because a lot of his buddies do it. And I think he had fun and enjoyed himself coming out. And, you know, he did something tonight that I've only seen accomplished once before. And that was 3 kickouts in 1 quarter. He said he was going to do it. He did it.
And then you saw it again.
He said Harris did it. Oh, Liebel did it too. Not in 1 quarter, was it?
Yeah. Well, second quarter.
I think he got Ryan first. All right. Ryan plans on attending the University of Illinois and Urbana-Champaign, majoring in marketing. Thankfully, you didn't go to the photo party last weekend. You had 4 years to do that. What was your favorite water polo memory? Scoring goals.
All right.
What advice would you give next year's team? Try hard. And his goal in life? Be successful. John McCall. Looking very sharp. Is this represent something? John, this is John's 4th year on the team. He's always been wonderful to coach. He always worked hard, and I don't think he ever believed that he would be playing in games or let alone starting a varsity game by the end of his senior year. He's a kid that, and I said this during the swim banquet and the swim season, you talk about a kid who is completely out of shape. No, I'm not even saying this to be rude or mean. This kid completely transformed his body, himself, and his attitude towards everything. And the kid's a different kid than when he came to high school, and I've never been more impressed by a single individual. This is just self-confidence and awareness this man has. I just said it. He's a man. Right? He was a little boy who was very insecure and unsure of himself, and he's walking out of here confident and very aware of what he's doing. I've never been more impressed. He will be attending the Ohio State University, majoring in engineering. His favorite water polo memory is Tuesdays and Fridays because of no morning practice. Junior Olympics and starting at Junior Olympics. In-N-Out Burger at Junior Olympics. Rubio's Fish Tacos at Junior Olympics. Scoring his first goal and being part of our state tournament roster last year. What advice would you give next year's team? Join the swim team. Show up to practice every day. Always look to improve. Don't call Sean by his first name. Hey, if I can't make you smarter, I'll make you stronger. His goal in life is to start a family and train kids to be the next Sean Weimer. Travel the world. Make money. Own a house with my personal water polo pool and a hot tub for after practice. And winning. John McCall. Varun Mamadi. Varun, this is his third year on the team, I believe, and I've never had a player join the team except for one of his other compadres this season. Join the team in their sophomore season and be a starter by the time they were a senior. And not just a starter, he was a contributor on the varsity sectional team that made the state tournament last year. He finished the game in the water last year at sectionals as a second-year player. I've never seen kids just explode and use their talent and just put it to good use and find their niche on the team. Well, Varun, last year he was pretty much just solely a defender, and the last year he's found his shot, and kid's one of the best pure shooters in the state of Illinois. I never had to teach him how to throw a ball. He just elevates up and guns it, and it's very impressive to watch. I know Rob appreciates it in practice when he pulls some shooters aside. Varun's one of the first people he goes to. Varun will be attending the University of Illinois and majoring in mechanical engineering. His favorite water polo memory is Junior Olympics last summer in Stanford and going to the roof of Fenwick High School. They took a picture of the skyline. What advice would you give to next year's team? Do off-season, go to California.
Yeah.
Goal in life, to not have any regrets and enjoy every moment of it. And to have the life.
The life.
Dan Noonan. I'm surprised he's standing. He lost about a pint of blood. I've never seen so many bloody Kleenex. I know. I'm not going to say that. It's on his bucket list. I've coached Dan for the last 4 years swimming. This was his third season of water polo. I got really excited when Dan came out because he was one of my favorite kids on the team. He never gave you crap. He always worked hard, and you know, he always just was a fun-loving, just energetic kid, and he was always respectful. And with freshmen, sometimes it's hard to find. That wasn't the case with Dan, and it always stuck to me. And Dan was always one of my favorite kids, and you know, I'm sad to see you go because, especially in swimming and now with these guys, you really take a team like those freshmen, you really guide them. You're just a mature mentor to these kids, and it's fun. Dan Noonan will be going to Miami University studying accounting. His favorite water polo memory is the bus rides. I try to forget those. What advice would you give next year's team? Keep pushing harder than ever, even when you don't want to. And his goal in life is to go to law school and have a loving family. Harris is a 4-year player for us. This is his second year on varsity or third? Second year. All right. Another kid that you look at him when he was a freshman, scrawny little thing that the ball was bigger than he was. That's not an exaggeration. He was 5 foot nothing, 100 and nothing. He's grown up. He's gotten himself in a position where he's playing for us, and I just enjoy the kid because he's got a great sense of humor. He usually always looks at me for approval, and I'll just give him a disapproving look, just to mess with him. And then I'll turn and smile at him and be like, okay. But no, he always goes out of his way to work hard and do the right thing, and it's hard to teach that. A kid has to want to do that, and he's always wanted to do that. He will be going to Illinois State University, studying accounting, and then he hopes to go to law school. His favorite water polo memories are going to JOs in California for 3 years, right? Two. And then going to the state tournament last year. Let's do it again. All right, what advice would you give next year's team? Work hard, listen to the coaches, and don't call coach by his first name. Oh, and win.
Yeah.
Coach is my first name. His goal in life is to have a family and trophy at state this year. Also, and this is kind of mocking me, hold Tony Acevedo to 2 goals. Don't ask. Josh Weisberg. I always wondered where the nickname Weissy came from. And it was when Alex Devaney was a freshman and he had a really high-pitched voice. And it was Weissy, Weissy, Weissy. So we started calling him Icy Weissy.
Wait, but then Alex is
No. Josh is the Energizer Bunny. The kid's relentless. You watched him match up tonight against a 20-point, low 21-second 50 freestyler, and Josh was beating him up and down the pool. Against Lake Forest, he matched up against Colin Rose, a 20-point 50 freestyler, and Josh was beating him up and down the pool. It's all about how hard you want to go. There's no stopping this kid, and there's no telling him he can't do something. All right? Again, that's something I can't teach as a coach. That I credit to, kudos to his parents. This kid is relentless, and I mean that in the greatest sense of the word. You're nonstop, and you will not stop until you get what you want. I can't teach that, and you're going to go far in life because of it. He will go to University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, studying engineering. What was your favorite memory? When Remy lived.
When he hit the parents.
Oh, and this was one of my favorites too. The stands are about 12 to 15 feet off the ground at St. Pat's, but they're directly behind the goal. And Remy hit about 4 parents in the head. from the pool. And that's one of Josh's favorite memories. All right, and then. And then Evan was at the middle of the pool waiting to take that shot, just for the clock to run out. What advice would you give to next year's team? Portillo's is way better than Chipotle. True. Goal in life? One of his goals in life is to race in an Ironman championship in Hawaii.
Wow.
He's got the attitude and mindset to do it. So. Taylor Barris. Finish his freshman year, he'd been playing age group water polo, and I said, "Wow, that's a massive kid. You should show up to senior men's practice, meaning high school practice." And he showed up with something suntanned into his chest. Not going to say what, but that was my introduction to this gentleman. It was a great first impression. I called him that for the rest of the summer. Taylor is one of the most mild-mannered kids you'll ever meet, and he's so, you look at him, you're like, man, he's huge, he's so imposing. But he is so sweet, he's gentle, he's caring, he's such a, I'm not even trying to mock fun of him or make fun of him right now. I mean this with all sincerity. You are one of the greatest kids I've ever met. He's a giant teddy bear. No, but at the same time, and I tried for 4 years to get him agitated. When he plays with the mean streak, he's unstoppable. And he finally found that this season. It took him 3 years, but he finally found it, and he's playing the best water polo he's ever played. And he's a big part of the reason why we're doing so well. I'll also go as far as saying you're one of the best captains we've ever had. Here's one of our captains. He's taken ownership of this team along with the 2 other captains. The kids respect and follow and do what he says. And I mean, again, respect is not given, it's attained. And he's earned all the respect of all the boys, and it's really been fun to watch over the last 3 months. So, awesome job. He doesn't know where he wants to go to school yet, but Laverne, he is being recruited to play Division III water polo. His favorite water polo memory was all the time spent with the team and his best friends. All right, what advice would you give to next year's team? Is Coach only yells to get your attention. No, I'm kidding. No, listen to what Coach has to say, because all he's trying to do is make you better, and he cares. Don't talk back. His goals in life, or his goal for this season, is to win a state title, and you guys need to start believing that. And he wants to be happy, and I think that's been a theme with a lot of the boys. I think that's so awesome, because if you're happy, that's all that matters. Taylor, we're gonna miss you next year. A lot. Let me do a little. That's what you want to say. Okay. He wrote Loyola, but he's going to Nepal. Another kid that came out his freshman season, I look out on the pool deck, I'm like, the hell? This kid makes me look tiny. This kid is an Adonis walking out. He's never touched a weight in his life. And he's
Really?
Look at me, I look good. No, another fun-loving kid that's just earned the respect of all his teammates, and a kid he's just a gentle giant. He's a big kid with a heart of gold, and I love coaching these guys. I benched Remy last week, and I only did it to piss him off. And I guarantee it was the best thing we did all season. He's playing like a man possessed since Saturday. And I told him if he kept doing it, he'd earn his starting spot back. Well, you got to do it the next 2 days. I might give it back to you.
You said that last week.
Maybe I enjoy just watching you be angry. No. With all sincerity, him and Taylor are the Bash brothers from the Mighty Ducks. No, he's a pleasure to coach. He's a really good player, and more importantly, he's a great leader, and he's like I said, these 3 captains I have, they're awesome and they mean a lot, and they're basically everything to this team. What college do you plan on attending? Like I said, he wrote Loyola. He is going to DePaul University, and he plans on doing pre-med. Yes, all these kids, and I should have prefaced this, I don't even need to say their qualifications, they're all geniuses. They talk to me, I feel like an idiot. I'm not kidding. Boy, Weisberg, was your GPA 4.8? That's not an exaggeration. All right. What was his favorite memory? Going to the state tournament, going to JOs, and scoring the game-winning goal in overtime against Frem this season. What advice would you give next year's team? Work hard. Hard work pays off. His goal in life is to attend a medical school, graduate, make money, and raise a nice family.
Very good.
Remy Newell. Rob O'Brien. Yeah, we're looking at you.
Why?
No, Rob is, I've known and coached Rob for probably 6 or 7 years now. I've known him for at least 7 because his brother was 3 or 4 years old. I coached his brother too. He played age group for me. Rob is the first kid that I've had that's been a 4-year starter. And that's pretty remarkable because you never see that in the goal. I will go out on a limb, I'll say he's one of the best goalies in the state of Illinois. I've said it for the last 2 years. Tell you, I've taught him everything he knows. And by that, I mean absolutely nothing. You'll never meet a more self-driven, determined kid than Rob O'Brien. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not making it up. The kid writes his own workouts. Don't interfere. I stay out of his way. I'm not making it up. I've maybe made a few suggestions, maybe made a couple suggestions for workouts. He's self-coached, he's self-motivated, and that is the single most impressive thing I've seen in 8 years of coaching. I think maybe I've coached you 3 or 4 days actually in practice in 4 years, and that was his freshman year. I'm not making this stuff up. He literally coaches himself. He watches video on himself. He's gone to camps. He's worked with a 2-time Olympian a couple of times. He's actually, I knew the guy from before, but he's brought him even closer to our program, and he's been an asset. And I mean, you can't make this stuff up. You can't teach it. There's a reason this kid is who he is. He's the most self-motivated kid I've ever dealt with. Rob will be attending the University of Notre Dame. He'll be majoring in international economics and Arabic. What was your favorite water polo memory? His favorite water polo memory is the 2012 Junior Olympic Tournament, and particularly the San Diego Shores game. Mind you, we were playing the San Diego Shores C team, and we lost 17-0. And Rob had about 30 saves, including 3 penalty shots, and he got his hand on another 2. And about 8 one-on-nobodies. And it got to the point where the coach pulled the team aside during the timeout and was yelling at him, "He's not that good. Stop shooting 8 feet wide of the goal." He scared the living crap out of them. I've never seen a goalie, and granted the score, we were playing 30 meters and we were not in shape. The score was not indicative of how well he played. I had 3 college coaches walk up to me after that game and ask me who he was. I was absolutely stunned. I sat there with Brian, and we just looked at each other like, I hope we keep turning the ball over. I want to keep watching him save the ball. It was that impressive. What advice would you give next year's team? Time is not on your side. All right? Your goal is to improve at every practice, not just over the course of the season. If you lose focus, you will stagnate. To the freshmen, go to a water polo camp this summer, branch out, do something exotic. And his goal in life is to be in the moment. Rob O'Brien. Congratulations, guys. Let's not end next weekend. Let's take it back to our home. Let's not let this be the last part.
No.
Cake time.